So Ren actually folding a decent hand.
675.
A spirited open. Ivy already putting it to use once more in the form of a flat.
10-3 suited at 2-1 dog here.
Plus, as bottom pair and backdoor hearts have run into the nuts.
So this is a flop that favors Pundry in terms of his range. His actual hand doesn't mind checking, which makes for an interesting kind of dynamic. A board, you expect bets, but the hand checks. What does that mean? Does that mean our opponent has weak showdown a lot? This would be an interesting spot for Ivy to actually check back, in my opinion, versus that range. Ivy comes with bet.
400,000.
Obviously reasonable with the nuts, but versus a showdown range, slow playing as him is also something that would have been interesting. Oh.
Talk about interesting. How about this jack? An unwelcome sight for obvious reasons for Phil, as any King X now shares Broadway with them. Little does he know that the heart draw has materialized across the way for Punsri, who did call the 400, now checks with 2.35 in the middle.
Yeah, after betting flop. Oh, now Phil decides to slow play. Oh my.
Backdoor flush comes on in for Punsri after the check back from Ivy.
What a terrible run out for Phil.
Just filthy. Punsri's run very well in this one thus far. This is not to take anything away from his talents.
Pundry's not going to be able to put Phil on a straight very often. Checks it anyway, which is quite interesting. Maybe he's likely going for check raise, which is going to put Phil in the blender. I don't think Phil is going to pass up value betting now after checking back. And Phil comes with third pot, which is pretty small sizing, because Phil actually did check back a king on the turn.
Now, Punsri using the time banks.
Now, I think his decision is exactly how much he wants to raise. You know, he has the 10, but there's only two bigger flushes, the king and 8.
3-4 million.
Check, raise, and note the relevance of the King of Hearts in hand.
Yeah, no, the King of Hearts is a very relevant card because, as we can see, Punat check raised the 10 high flush, so he would also be willing to do it with even bigger flushes, which Phil's blocking one of those. So that might... This is a really tricky spot. Phil has a pretty good hand and a pretty good bluff catcher having the King of Hearts. Very tough fold, but this is the type of spot that maybe might make Ivy.
Walk me through the ace of heart combos that are there in the form of the nut flush that might have approached this in this way.
Yeah, no, again, both the ace and 10 aren't hearts on the flop. Punat raised can easily have ace and 10x suited combos. Check call the flop because they're only one pair. The turn goes check, check. And then on the river, your opponent decides to, with check raise, to try to get as much as they can with the flush. Would he just do this to fold a chop? If he does, would he do it like with the 10 king with the 10 of hearts, or the ace king with the ace of hearts? I don't think you can entirely remove it, but I think if you're Ivy, you can't be sure that Punat would play it that way, right? Because, you're sort of not doing it for value.
It isn't often we see Phil Ivy in the blender.
It's a really good fold. When you take this long, it's really nice to be right, and it really hurts when you're wrong. Oh, no.
Did he say call?
He did.
Yeah, obviously the incineration of all of those time banks and a regrettable number of additional chips, 2.6 million of them to be exact. A painful blow.
Ready?
I'm not able to find the fold.